ready for another contractor's niche in here. I'm going to draw a plan today. Got a contractor that asked me to draw a plan for him, and so I'm going to do a quick sketch, send it to him, and then he can go see his customer for it tomorrow. And it's going to be I'm going to do it just on I use a Bristol board, just kind of a Bristol board like this, and it's just a little bit thick paper, you know, but I'm going to use that and use some pins over here. I use my regular pencil, which is about a number 3B right here. Don't press too hard on it. Try to get the thing. It's easy to erase. And then of course I have my shadow pins, and these are all just Faber-Castell. You can buy these at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or any of those stores. And so I use those. I'm ready to go. Look at the picture. This is what I'm going to be doing. There's the picture there, as you can see. What I'm going to do. He has the house there with the overhang, and sometimes people send me pictures, really not the whole. It's hard to see it just from those pictures there, but I can kind of get a kind of an idea. They should have drawn me more of a bird's eye view so I could see where they want things, but you know what? I'm just going to give them my own ideas. I'm going to say, if this was my backyard, this is what I do. And that's what I always say. I always say that. If this is my backyard, this is what I do. So if you guys have drawings that you like to have done, even though you're not a StoneMaker dealer or whatever, give me a call. I'd like to help you with some of your designs, some of the things that you have. I do drawings for people all over the world, actually, all over the whole planet. And but I love doing quick sketches. Doesn't take me that long, and I'm going to show you how I do it. And this is just a kind of a learning tutorial. I mean, you can do a bird's eye view, but a top view. But when you can do a rendition, the difference is huge. So let's get started on this one here and see how we do with it. Okay, when I do my drawing, I always start off with just a typical, just a triangle. I do this kind of a lot of people use and this is my square. This one here, I'm just kind of sitting it on the table. Used to use a straight edge, type everything down, use a straight edge going up and down, but I'm not doing that. This time here, I'm just sitting the paper, making sure that it's square, using a triangle for it, okay? Now, here I'm going to use a one-point perspective, which is probably about up on the page right here, and I'll get my house to look, like we have on the picture. So let me refer to the picture. To design up, I can sit and look at it and, okay, pretty much know what it's going to be. So my design area is going to be over here, so I got to kind of give it room. That's why I'm putting this way over here, so the sketch is going to go way back over here. Might even put the patio or the deck kind of comes out like this. I'm going to do this at the very edge, so we got plenty of time, plenty of room for design in here. Okay, so and I'll make this proportionate. So if I make this smaller here, and then of course we have a regular, the roof doesn't go back like this, so I'm gonna kind of use my little cross here to get the middle of it, and we'll be able to find out exactly where the top of this is. I think that's about right. And then bring it across. And of course, in order to get my sides, I just kind of line it up with the side of the page. That's why I like using a triangle. It's so easy. A lot easier than anything else I use. So, okay. And it's like right up against the house. So it's like this is going to be right there. So this angle is almost the same exact angle. I can almost just freehand that angle and know that it's going to be all right there. All right, so I'll bring this in here so we can see, and then when I go to do the art, I'll pull it across the camera here. All right, same thing here. I'm going to bring it across right here. Okay, there you go. Now we're ready to go with this. Okay, I think trying to get where the house is going to be. The house is about right there. So I think I'll bring this across here. There you go. It goes all the way across, and the house comes all the way back out here. I'm going to bring it up, and the top of the house is it has like an extra story, or it has like this. The other story starts here, like around there, and the windows and everything. But the top of it is probably about right here. So proportion-wise, that's the house. That's the extension of that coming out. I think it's probably even maybe a little tighter than that. Let's look at it. Yeah, it is a little tighter. The top of the roof is That's about right. I just think it comes in a little closer. So let's drop it in just a little closer here. There you go. All right, and then this is going to come out. Let's see, like that. I'd say that was kind of a guess, because it's a quick sketch. I'm not trying to get all technical about it. Let's see if that looks about right. I think that looks pretty much in proportion to what that is right there. I don't know if the picture camera can pick it up, but there it is. All right, so you know what? One thing I will say that no, it comes out pretty good. This seems a little wide, so I'm gonna tighten this up just a little bit more and have that overhang come in just a little bit more. There you go, and across. There you go. All right. So I just kind of bring that in because it looks more proportionate. Now the next thing I need to do is to do the backyard, and this is looking at the yard there. I'm looking at the way it's hard to tell because I'm not there. I haven't seen the thing, but I'm thinking that the yard comes across like this out here, then it comes across like that, and then it comes down here, and it brings it across to the side of the house. Down here, I'm not going to do anything, but here they have there's like a pile of dirt inside in the drawing. So I'm assuming that this is kind of where they're at in their yard there. I'm going to bring this out. So I'm thinking we'll start the waterfall about right here. Now, in this vision, you really can't see the waterfall, so I'm going to try to show the vision of the waterfall kind of right here. Now, look at the proportion of how tall this thing is. You could actually, I could probably make this a little taller by bringing it down, just to give it more of a, otherwise it looks too short. So about that height. So my patio could actually come across even a little bit deeper here. Okay. So there you go. All right. So that comes out. This is going to come across in here. I'm gonna extend the patio. We're going to bring this patio in like this. Let's do this here. I want to have I'll bring my waterfall here. My waterfall is going to be in like this, and I try to outline the waterfall where it's going to go. They want to do probably. They don't know that they want an outdoor kitchen, but I think we should put one in. So what I'm going to do is add a outdoor kitchen probably in this area over here. Even a pergola, even some extra, some extra things on top of this. For now, I want to bring this across. Rocks, water feature, that type of thing. Kidney shape. I always try to do the kidney shape. We could put a bridge, but I'm going to keep it. Kind of simple with the kidney shape and bring that rock around there. Nice waterfall. Rocks up above the waterfall. When I draw this, when I draw a waterfall, I can even do another layer. Have the waterfall come out like that, or another fall, a smaller fall from the rocks coming that I design out of here, coming down into it. So for now, I think we'll keep it pretty simple. I always put trees coming out of it, ornamental trees, and proportionate-wise, this is a big waterfall compared to that. So it's looking pretty big. It's a pretty big waterfall. So I'm going to try to keep it a little tighter, so it doesn't get too out of hand there, and then the guy's got to build a big old waterfall. So in here, we could do a bridge, which would be across here, and do the fire pit out here. So then maybe the fire pit out here with maybe a bench. I do this design a lot. It's kind of prevalent in a lot of my designs, but it's something they know how to do, and it's something that he knows how to do. That's kind of his deal. He likes to do this. This is our StoneMakers kind of project that we do with the rocks and the same type of a setup. So here I'm going to do the bench. When I draw a bench or like that, I always keep my vertical lines like this. There you go, like that. It's like that. That way I know where it's at. And then when this comes in a curve here, when it comes around this way again, I'm going to bring the vertical because you're going to see the other side, and you're going to see the other side of the bench. Bench is going to come around that way, and there it is. Look at that. We're already there. There's the bench, and then of course the fire pit is going to be right in here to make it in proportion. It's about right, and not as big as I had it before, so maybe a little bit. So there's the bench. Now here is the fire pit. There you go. Rocks over here. Big rocks over here. waterfall. And I can bring, if I bring this waterfall, the water down over here more, at the bottom of this, I can see how that it brings it towards you here. Now, it brings it elongates it, but it brings the depth closer to you. Now, this is kind of a kidney shape because the bridge is there. This comes in, goes around like that. There we go. And this is going to come around. And now we have a nice little fire pit with the bridge, the walk coming out like this, and then according coming out to the patio area like that. There you go. Now, what I would do as you know, landscaping and that type of thing there, you can do some other things. I guess, you know, I think they were looking for an outdoor fireplace. I'm going to draw this first, see how they like it, and maybe they wanted more than this. Do a flat rock there, kind of to the perspective that I want. I think I'll even do another drawing of just the waterfall and that thing in here. But for now, we'll just do this. Draw that falling water. I always draw just a little bit of a, kind of the shimmer of the water going at the little circles, kind of where the water separates. And now it looks like a real, you know, it tells the eye, you've seen water before, it gives you a remembrance of it. And so I kind of, when I'm drawing this, I'll turn the paper sideways, and I'll do my the rings or the ripples. And what this does immediately to the eye, it gives that effect that it's water, and that it's now look at it now. You kind of did, oh yeah, that's water, just by seeing that. And so now I will bring it a little closer in here. Okay, then I'll bring this in here. There we go. Now it's coming out where I can see this the rock kind of stacked up there. I'll bring this one up above and this one underneath. Let's see, like that. There you go. Now it's looking good. And you keep the line back here. And if I keep the line back here, it brings the water out. Now, on the other hand, I have a rock, big rock in front of this. I'll kind of bring in the foreground in front of it and bring that across. I think we're good there. Now it's looking good. There we go. That's all I got. So as we draw this, you'll see it'll all come out, and we'll be able to have a full vision of a backyard, start to finish. You look at what the house looked like and then what we did with it. Simple, but very effective, and something that the people can sit there and say, man, this is what I'd like my backyard to look like. And when you can give them a vision rather than just a regular old bid, you know, what a difference it makes. The vision is everything. We should have a planter back here. This should be maybe a rock over here. I'll do this in pencil so that way I know that, in case I mess up. In case I mess up. So let's do this here. We can make another rock over here, and we can actually bring a wall around here. And, you know, or just bring it from here and, you know, have a planter here. Then have the grass from here. So I'm going to make a planter here. Now, I always take the vertical lines. I take these vertical lines, which it keeps me nice and straight. Like that. Then I go like that. Bring there. There we go. And I'll just bring a rock back here. Actually, I'm just going to put plants and stuff like that in here, just to kind of fill this up over here. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now, over here, the wall's going to be, it's this same size, but it's about half the size by the time you get over here. So I kind of eye it. I mean, I don't really, you know, I just kind of figure, well, it's going to be a little bit, you know, a little bit lower over there. Not as thick, not as, you know, there we go. There we go. So there's that wall there. And then I'll have another boulder in here where the rock's going to be. And this would be like a upper planter. And there again, put the boulders in between the planters. It really kind of breaks it up a little bit, really adds a nice effect. And then I'll take it into there. There again, leaving my vertical. And there's the back of that, and then the bottom of it. And now you have dimension. You have dimension. I always use the curve. Love curves. Okay. There you go. Look at the trees, everything. That's gonna be a great design. This is a backyard that I would like to have if this was my yard. This was my backyard and my house and stuff. This is a design that I think I'd find very, very attractive. Okay. So if you guys have designs that you need done and stuff like that, get a hold of me. Be glad to help you do a design. I can't always, but when I can, I'll help you do a design. I teach on how to do it all the time, but if you need a design, I don't charge that much. I usually charge $100, $200 for a design, and I think it's well worth it. And the money goes to a charity of mine, actually, a ministry. So if you guys need any drawings and stuff like that, if I can get to it, I will. I can't always, but when I can, I'll try to see if I can help you guys out. Okay. So there, I'm just kind of tracing what I put in there. And then I'm going to do my rock, for the rock wall on the rocks and stuff that we're doing. There you go. See how this came up, but I stopped it here because the wall doesn't go up that high. It's not going uphill. And you got to remember that. Okay, so here we go. Look at that. See? And then you should not be able to see this part over here. This should start taking off about right here. There you go. Right there. fireplace. Okay, let's make that fireplace real quick. I'm gonna put this up on here. And we'll do the same thing that we did when we were making the wall, okay? We'll bring it around like this. And this is the bench that goes on that fireplace. Okay, the fireplace can be nice. I love these fireplaces. And then we have the top. So then this comes up under. Okay. Keep it up. Let's see if I can get the other side in there too. So now it's perspective. So this is going to that thing up there. So, and I'll bring this across, of course, which is the upper part, and I'll bring this here, which is the exhaust flue up to the top of that. Leave these across. This comes across. There's back to my point. And I think we're good, man. Look at that. Just about there. Okay, so that's the back of the fireplace. We know what the front of it looks like. So I'm just going to draw the back of that, and then I'm going to draw all my little rocks in there, which are our mason panels that we put in there. Or if you're going to do a fireplace like this, whatever you're going to do, we can just draw it out. And this is a quick sketch. This is something that people can see this and go, okay, I can see what the backyard would look like with that. That would be amazing, you know. And then we're going to do these. We'll do. I think we'll do. I mean, once people see things and they got to have it, they're like, oh, I like it like that. Oh no, you got to add that on. You got to have that, especially when they see it, man. They want it. Well, it wasn't in the contract. Well, he makes. I thought it was right there. I thought that's what you were going to do, and so a lot of times the perception comes across that way. All right, so but you know what looks good. You know what looks really nice, and the more you do this, the better you get at the communication between the hand and the brain, and that motor skill starts to really kick in, and pretty soon you're doing drawings that you never thought you could do. Well, I like this. I think it's really going to be a nice way to show a vision to these people. My contractors' customers really going to like this because you can show the vision of what we have here. And of course, we have all of the dimensions. Will be the waterfall. It has the upper dimension of the wall, the patio. It has everything. Outdoor kitchen. Has a lot of things in here. But I tell you what, this would be a great backyard. Wouldn't you love a backyard like this? This would be absolutely amazing. And so I designed it like it was my backyard, or like it would be something that I would want. So that's what I designed it for. Guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel and keep on bringing it. I'll keep on bringing with the contractor's niche. And what I mean by contractor's niche is new ideas, new ways to do things, new ways on old ways. There's always, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Well, that's true, but there is principles out there that we can use that are very effective. And principles here's my principle: build value, and then ask for price. Don't just go bid. We charge $35 a square foot. Please don't do that. You don't charge for $35. You charge whatever the value is that you're doing. If you bring in a great value, then you charge according to the value. And really, you also charge according to a lot of times what people are what their placed set value of that job or whatever you're going to do. They have a perception of of the value of what you have. And a lot of times you go in there and you cheapen yourself. And what happens when you cheapen yourself, you might even not do as good a job. So go in there, don't charge too much, but don't charge too little. And go in there and give people great value with your work, and a lot of great contractors out there. This is just a great way to show a great vision. So stay tuned, and boy, I tell you, if you're interested in our StoneMakers program and or Cliff Rock, Please come out and see us. Go to our training. You see what we can do in 4 or 5 days. It's absolutely amazing. We do some pretty crazy and out-of-the-box stuff with concrete. We love doing and being creative. So you stay tuned, again, to the Contractors Niche series. Thank you.